What's up, Bordeaux Nation? Who am I here with, and what did you do today?
My name is James Sheridan, and I got first place at the Alabama Regional playing Kashtira Sprite.
All right, go ahead and show us the list.
All right, so for the Kashtira cards, we start off with 3 copies of Kashtira Unicorn, and then we have 3 copies of Kashtira Fenrir. These cards are insane. They're honestly the reason I won the regional was just because of these cards, but the goo comes later. 1 copy of Rise Heart and 1 copy of Scareclaw. That's it for the Cash Engine. We had to have room to fit the other cards as well, the better cards, you know. And then for the rest of it, we got 1 Terraforming and 3 Planet. This card is really important. All day, you got to resolve the pop effect with Shangri-Era. It's kind of what adds an extra layer to the disruptions. Like this in combination with Birth turns Shangri-Era into like a insane interaction point during your opponent's turn, being able to summon and pop and banish. And speaking of Birth, we play 2 Births, and then we play the 1 Theosis. We played the 1 Theosis. It can help you keep comboing if you see like none of your other engine, or if it helps you eat through like more than 1 hand trap and stuff. And then this card is absolutely insane. The amount of pressure this puts on your opponent. This is what makes the deck work, because the Sprite cards themselves don't really have any recursion value like that, and so being able to have Birth means that if they crack your board, they're left on little to nothing, and then your Birth just outpaces them significantly. Next, we have 3 copies of Pot of Prosperity. This finds the other half of the engine you're missing. It helps you find side cards. It's really good breaking into boards or setting up your own board. It helps you find that last piece you need for your engine. Hand traps, 3 Imperm, 2 Ogre, 2 Veiler, and 3 Ash. All these hand traps are really good. Ogre was really good. I used Ogre a lot when it comes to like breaking boards. Like against Snake Eye, you have to save this in theory for like the Appaloosa or the IP. It's really good into cracking those big boss monsters. Rather than, there's not exactly a great point to use this on their going first turn, especially if they start with a standard combo with Snake Eye Diabellster. There's just not a really great point to use this, so just save it for the cracking. But it came out a lot today. I played a lot of Voiceless, so he came up. Veiler, Imperm, Ash, they were all good. Now for the spice, the best part of the deck profile. We got 3 copies of Nimble Beaver. So all day yesterday, when I would special summon Unicorn, they would Imperm me and think they're nice, and then I normal summon this, and their faces were incredible. The reactions I get were just insane. Like nobody saw this coming. 3 copies, or 2 copies of Nimble Angler to go along with the Beavers for the combo. And then for the Sprite cards, 2 Sprite Blue, 1 Carrot, 1 Red, and 1 Jet. This just completes the engine. You really don't need more than these. You need the second blue, because sometimes, especially heading into the crackback, you'd like to open one of the blues, or even being able to summon it off of another starter. There's just different times where the second blue comes up, but you really only need 1 Jet and then 1 of the negatives. And then for the Sprite spells, I played 1 Smashers and 2 Starter. I tried to find the 3rd starter before the event, but unfortunately the vendors did not have them, and we only had 4 copies between me and my buddy that played the same list, so we just split them 2 and 2, and I guess it worked out today. So yeah, that's it for the main deck. It's 41 cards. Going on into the extra deck, we've got 2 copies of Link Spider, 1 G-Golem. This is for the 1 card Fenrir combo that I'll show at the end. 1 copy of Nightmare Phoenix, 1 copy of Sprint, 1 IP, and 1 SP. These Link 2s are what SP Little Knight really makes this whole deck viable, because being able to like starter and then summon this on your opponent's turn is what makes the Sprite cards even relevant anymore. Because starter locks you into 2s, and this is like the best extra deck monster you could be playing right now. So 1 Appaloosa. If you open like really gas hands with like both parts of your engine, you can use your Drago Sack to make this instead of the Sprite combo, and so that came up a couple times. Adds another layer of disruption, keeps you playing through Nib. 1 Gigantic, 1 Mosquito, 1 Gin Buster. This goes on the standard end board. It's a really nice piece of interaction. Also does burn damage for whatever time relevant that might be. So that was pretty cool. 1 Dark Arms, 1 Drago Sack for the combo, 1 Shang, and 1 Zeus. I summon Zeus 2 or 3 times. Sometimes when you just draw sprite cards going second, it kind of sucks. So this is kind of your game plan for cracking boards, especially the Snake Eye board. So, and then of course, shout out to the GOAT. Give them a nib token, and then you know what goes on from there. Burn them for 6,000, of course. Onto the side deck. I think the side deck could have been better, but it worked out pretty well for me. 3 copies of Nibiru for the Snake Eye matchup, and whatever Rogue matchups, the U-Bell matchup, things like that, Unchained cards. Just all the Rogue decks that play into this hard. A lot of the Snake Eye players play into this hard, especially if they just opened Snake Eye Ash, so I think it was pretty good. It's the most impactful hand trap this format, I believe, into that deck. Lots of hate for the Snake Eye deck. 3 line control and 1 change of heart. This is for helping crack the board, take the Appaloosa, force out tons of interaction early. It helps break the Hope Harbinger, things that bait it, crack it better. They were really good today. 2 more talents, also helps cracking the board. My round 6 Snake Eye opponent lost because I took his Flamberge and cracked his whole board. Turned off his princess and everything, so it was really clutch today. And then back row removal, 1 Duster, 2 Lightning Storms. This came in a lot today. It helped me beat the voiceless players I played. I played 2 of them today, so this really came into clutch against them, and that beat my lab opponent because I drew both of these. So that was kind of cracked. And then lastly, the best card in the side deck, 3 copies of Dimension Shifter. You really, you don't even have to think. You just kind of put this in the graveyard during the draw phase, and then they kind of pass turn. It's awesome. So yeah, I'll show you all the combo real quick. The whole reason I play this deck, the whole 1 card Fenrir combo. So I thought this up while I was just kind of sitting at home, and I was like, because I know the Cash players have been doing this to make like Apo and Isol and stuff, but I figured it could be used for more sillier things, and so that's what I did. So you special Fenrir, you search Rise Heart, you normal summon Rise Heart, you banish Unicorn, whatever, and then you take these 2. You make Draco Sack, summon your 2 tokens, and then you take the 2 tokens, and you make 2 Link Spiders, and then you take the 2 Link Spiders, you make the Crystal Heart, and then you bring back the Link Spider, and then you take the Link Spider and the Crystal Heart, and you make Sprite Sprint. And that's basically the whole theory behind the deck, is because it's the silliest thing you could do with just 1 Fenrir, is full Sprite combo. And so a lot of times my opponents would they would think I'm trying to make Apo, and they'd negate this or imperm this, and I'd normal summon a level 2 and still make Sprint and full combo them. Being able to do this, just 1 Fenrir ends on Sprint, IP, Carrot, Gin Buster, and that board in itself off of 1 card is pretty helpful. And then any additional pieces of engine you draw just make the board stronger. So it was really awesome. I really enjoyed the deck. I played the deck for fun, so yeah, that's it for the deck.
Is there any changes you'll make to the deck?
No, it was perfect, to be honest. Other than probably played the 3rd starter.
What were your matchups like?
I played a lab player. I played a paleo pile deck. I played a voiceless player and a voiceless melodious player. I played 2 Snake Eyes and 1 U-Bell deck. The U-Bell deck beat me in the last round, but he was X1, so his tiebreakers were terrible, and I still won the tournament somehow. So yeah, matchups were good. I think it has pretty good, solid matchups into the main, most popular decks this format. So,
Do you have any shout outs?
I have a lot of shout outs actually. So first of all, shout out to Bortle Nation for recording this deck profile and putting it on their channel. I really appreciate it. Next shout out goes to my cameraman, Antonio. Shout out to him for recording me for this deck profile and playing the same deck. He got 17th out of top 16. He got destroyed, but that's unfortunate. It happens sometimes. Shout out to the Adventure Begins in the Woodlands, Texas, my sponsored store. Shout out to my team, the Greedy Adventure. And then shout out to all the doubters that said that Cash Sprite couldn't be played in 2024. Y'all really keep me humble, and without y'all, I wouldn't have been able to do today what I did. So shout out to y'all. And then lastly, shout out to Armando, Angel Espinoza, and then my last 3 shout outs go to Owen Quinton Love, Big O, And he is not 350 pounds. If he's 350 pounds, that's insane. There's no way. And yeah, that's it, guys. Appreciate the deck profile, and I'll talk to y'all later.
I
Bye.
appreciate it. Thank you.